Hello, my name is Melissa, so welcome or welcome back. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so this week I am going to take you through my training, kind of, with my half marathon training plan that I've been doing. I have my very first half marathon ever. I say first as if there's going to be another one. I'm not sure about that. The jury is still out. But it's the end of January, and so I've got some time still, but I definitely want to be focused on that and be ready. The last time I shared my plan with you was week 1, and so week 1 was great, and I felt like I was locked in on my nutrition. I was getting after it, but the runs were a lot shorter back then, and it was also week 1, so I was very enthusiastic. It's been discouraging since then, so we're not going to dwell on the negative, but I just want to catch you up. I've been a little bit discouraged. And I finally realized I think it's because I am a beginner. Running is different for me. Sorry, Thor's here, by the way. Yeah. I'm used to working out, but I lift weights and I do Pilates and I do HIIT style cardio. So just running is different for me. And I'm used to working out and feeling man, that was awesome. I got pumped up and I'm ready to tackle the day. And to be honest, when I get done running, I feel okay. When I get done running, I feel man, that was a challenge and that was really hard and I barely got through it. And so, yeah, feeling that way all the time was a little bit discouraging. So honestly, I've kind of adjusted the last couple weeks to do honestly, mostly strength training with a little bit of running. So that balance is working for me because I need balance, and this is not just about running. This is about me being my healthiest self, and so I want that to be a good balance in my life. You have anything to say? No? Okay. He's just happy with getting some pets. Okay. So anyway, in fact, today is not a running day, so it's a lower body lifting day, and then because I'm not running, I will walk on the treadmill to get some steps in. Otherwise, if I'm not intentional about my steps, I just don't get them in, to be honest. So we're gonna do that, and the other part of me being discouraged is because I'm not losing weight, which that's not the main focus of any of this, but I just haven't felt my best. I know I feel my best 6 to 8 pounds lighter, and I just cannot get that scale to move. But also, I don't know what he just heard, but his head whipped around. But also I've been eating treats. In my mind, it's full holiday season, and so I've just been eating treats, and then I always think justify it to myself because I'm oh, I'm running, so it's fine. It's not fine. I'm not even running that far yet. So I just need to get it locked in, or honestly, maybe not locked in because it is the holiday, it's the holiday season. I'm human. We're gonna enjoy treats. We're gonna do that. So just knowing that and kind of managing my expectations, maybe that would be a good thing for me during this season. Right, buddy? Okay, we're gonna get some steps in and then work lower body today. Well, I had a really great workout today. Like I said, I enjoy strength, lifting weights. I pretty much always enjoy that. I still got plenty sweaty and that was good. I got my steps in for the day. So lots of good things today, even almost done with my waters for the day too. So that was good. I did, however, immediately come and enjoy. These things are my kryptonite right now. They're the pretzel crisps. So they're thin. It's the perfect ratio of pretzel to white chocolate with peppermint. Oh, so I'm trying to only have a couple at a time, and then I hide the bag because I can't be trusted. But yeah, speaking of though, Christmas and all holiday things, make sure you subscribe so you can stick around because December I'm doing a Vlogmas. So if you don't know, there are vlogs that do like a different vlog every single day in December leading up to Christmas. Now, I am not that ambitious, so I'm planning on 12. I thought that would be good. It's like the 12 vlogs of Vlogmas. But yeah, I'm just really excited to take you guys along with kind of a little more Christmas theme during the month of December, and then we'll get right back to like regular scheduled programming after that. But anyway, that's all I'll say about that. Today, good day, great workout, got my steps in, waters, eating my meals at home, just like a little tiny bit of enjoying some treats. Okay, good morning. I'm gonna go for this is my long run. Now it's not as long. Last week I had to do 8 miles for my long run, and this week it's just 6, and then I think next week it's like even longer than 8. So I'm tightening up my watch. I have learned that if my watch is loose at all, once I start sweating and it kind of moves all over the place, then my watch tracks way differently than the treadmill. So nice and tight, uncomfortably tight, but that'll be great. Also, I know this is not cute. I cannot run. Well, first of all, a ponytail gets so wet with like the back of my neck. Sorry to be gross. And then it has to be a tight bun. I can't handle like any hair flopping around, you know? So this is what it is, functional, it works. Let's see. I have decided to do walk run for my long runs. So if you watched the first week of my training, I was trying to just run the whole thing. That was kind of my goal in my head. And I told you I've kind of been struggling mentally since that first week. And I think part of it was like, excuse you, my dogs are like begging to go outside. And all you do is bark at the neighbors. That's so silly. Come here. But yeah, part of that, I think just mentally, I think I was dreading, like it is hard for me. I'm gonna admit that, like running is kind of a challenge. It's new and I'm like, sorry. If you don't know, that's my dogs when they walk all around, their little nails click clacking. So just ignore that. But anyway, I just have decided when I can do walk run, to me, that gives me little intervals, and that's so much more manageable than trying to find the mental stamina to just run straight through the whole thing. So it's what works for me for right now. It's still something new. It's still an accomplishment. I'm gonna be proud of that. And yeah, we're gonna walk run this 6 miles today. Here we go. Okay, so that run was really great. And I am chopping a bell pepper right now, so ignore that. I did my 6 miles. Hold on, I was gonna double check. I did 6 miles, and so when I say walk run, I do 3 minutes of running and then 1 minute walking. But overall, like my average pace for the whole thing, 9:48 a mile, which I'm not saying that's fast, but considering the fact that even if I just run, like my goal is less than 10-minute pace. So to factor in that I'm walking for part of that time too, like I like it. And then the fact that I actually do it and finish because I'm not so discouraged by just running straight. I don't know. For me right now, that's what's working, so I'm gonna keep doing that, and then I have room to grow if I so choose. But yeah, and then I gotta remember, this is a total deja vu, because if you watched recently I did like a weekend in my life vlog, and the same thing, like Chris was drumming at church, and so I needed to join him, and I was running behind because I forgot to factor in letting my body cool down after my run, and that's exactly what happened this morning. I had time to work out and even like get ready, but not to cool my body down. So I was like on my way to church, like blasting the AC, and it's like November, whatever, end of November. Anyway, I made it. I made it there early actually, which is great. But anyway, it was very fun, a good day. Probably ate more treats than I should have. We had, yeah, I think I did have those pretzels, and sorry, I'm showing you the knife. We also had a little tiny bit of ice cream. So, but that's okay. I feel good. This is a good reminder for me to get my waters in because I'm not done with those. And it's like 5:40 right now. If I wait too much longer, then I feel like I'm chugging it and then I'm gonna be up all night going to the bathroom. So I will get that in now and then I'll be good to go. But that felt really, really good to run my long distance. I know for some of you, 6 miles probably is not at all long. And then for others, maybe it is. I know it's definitely long for me. That's not at all what I used to do. So that felt really good. And to do it at that pace and to not get distracted by like how far I'm running, but just focus on like one little interval at a time. It's just three minutes of running, or it's just 1 minute of walking. It's, you know, that was really good. So yeah, I liked it. I feel good today. Good morning. Okay, so far today I've already had my little breakfast. So it's like the easiest little thing. I just love it. 2 eggs, half a banana, and you just like mash and whisk, and then I like cinnamon in mine. And of course, peanut butter and honey, because that's a given. But yeah, so good. That was my little breakfast, and then I already got my steps in. I did like 3 miles on the treadmill, just walking and watching YouTube. Just because I work at a desk, like I'm sitting, if I'm at work, I'm sitting, and that's most of my week, you know, so I have to try and get some steps in other ways. But yeah, got that done. Today is upper body. I'm going to do that workout now. I only run 3 days a week. That's kind of the plan that I'm following. And so that means, you know, I didn't want to run 3 days in a row and then have 4 days off. I've really tried to kind of plan my week so that the only time I don't run, like I run on Tuesday and then I run again on Friday. That's the longest that I go in between running. So, well, I should just say, so I run each week, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Those are my running days. So that way it's like I get a little rest in between, but not too much that it's hard to get back into it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, that's what's working for me for right now with my schedule, and so far I like it. And today, since I only work a half day today, and so that's why I get to do a longer workout and get my kind of leisurely walk in and just kind of enjoy my morning. So that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna get this upper body working out. That's one thing that I was missing when I was focusing more on just the running. I really felt like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose all of my progress with upper body. I mean, it's so silly to even say that. Like I don't know, like I'm not like super buff and strong or anything. However, I don't want to lose what I have. So anyway, all that to say, let me go and lift these like 8-pound weights. So that was a good workout today. Good start to my day, you know, just getting that in. I love it. Actually, one thing that the trainer, because I watch like videos and follow along, and the trainer said something about like every day you have a chance to make it better than the day before. I'm sure she said it better than I just did, but that kind of really stuck with me a little bit because I think I've been kind of discouraged with this running for a few weeks. And in my mind, I still think like, man, running is not my thing, or like running is a challenge for me, or running is difficult. I don't enjoy it. And I kind of like have this, like these thoughts in my head, and it's almost like a pattern now that I just think that. But the truth is, like the last couple weeks, I feel like I just spit, so I'm so sorry if I did. These last couple weeks, I've made a few adjustments, and I really actually am enjoying my time now, and I enjoy the balance of like lifting weights but also running. I really do. I like getting done with a long run, and for me that means a walk run, but still, like, I like getting done with a long one and just feeling like, wow, I like pushed my body and I like felt really good about it. So I don't know, I think my mindset is kind of like slowly catching up, that actually maybe I'm not still stuck in the past. Like, now I maybe enjoy this running because I've found the way to do it that I can enjoy. But my mind is still kind of stuck in the past where I'm like, oh, running is not my thing. It's like, well, hold on. Maybe I have found a way that I can enjoy it, and I just need to actually like think about that more. I don't know. Also, so sorry if you're not hearing a thing I say except watching just Dwight and Michael hang out behind my head. Sorry. That is The Office. So anyway, that's all. I am enjoying where I'm at now, and maybe the past is the past and I have found what I enjoy. I don't know. I'm gonna focus on that. I think that's like a good thing to do, to focus on the positives. So that's what I'm going to do. And maybe I'll push myself even more in the future. I don't know. Also, I'm so sorry. I haven't really given you, like, if you're new to the channel, if this is your first time seeing this, I haven't talked about why I'm doing this. So my husband is a runner and he likes it. He's never made me run or asked me to do this, but I kind of wanted to do it just because he enjoys it so much. But also, I turned 36 and we are waiting, sometimes patiently, to adopt. And so it just kind of feels at times like, man, I'm getting old, you know, while I'm still waiting for like kids in our life. And so I just thought, you know what? I don't need to wait around and just like be sad. I can actively go after a goal and like a physical challenge, and like, I think health is your choice. It's not just like age that determines your health. So that's where I'm coming from. So if I can find ways to make this enjoyable and exciting and sustainable, I'm happy about that, because that's important to me. That's why I chose to do this little challenge. So anyway, that's enough deep thoughts for today. But yeah, tomorrow I'm excited to actually have a run day. Now that we're talking all about it, I am excited to run. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go run. Today's a running day and I'm excited about it. You guys have given me like new energy talking about like just the changes I've made lately, and just sharing this with you and having some accountability has really made me excited about it. I also realized I keep talking about my plan and I haven't really showed you what I'm following. So I'm kind of merging 2 training plans together. I don't know if that's recommended. I'm just winging it. So the first one I actually got from Run Disney website. And this is the training program beginner for half marathon. So it's just a 3-day-a-week training schedule. I think every week actually. It's like 2 days a week, you just run for 30 minutes. And then that 1 day a week, it's like it'll tell you how many miles to run. And of course, then it kind of like increases as you go along. But I merged that because my husband is like actually a real like runner. And he does it well and he gets all into it. He nerds out about it. He got me a plan from Ben Parks Running, Parkes Running. And this one is also half marathon, but this one kind of does different stuff. So it kind of mixes it up a little bit, which I kind of liked. For example, today, if I was just following the Disney plan, I would just run for 30 minutes. But instead, this one has me doing 3 miles, and then you do what they call strides, which it's kind of like I'll sprint for 20 seconds and then jog for a minute, sprint for 20 seconds, and I do that 4 times. So I don't know, it's like very slightly different than the other plan, but I figured like, why not? It's just kind of stretching myself in a different way. Anything to mix it up. Like, that's kind of what I've learned. Anything to kind of mix it up, give myself like a tiny little goal. I think that works for me. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I will say if it's just 3 miles, I think I will run the whole thing. I don't need to walk run. I save that for my longer runs, which I'm trying to think, what's my definition right now of a longer run? Probably like 5 miles or more. I think even if it was 4, I could run the whole thing. It wouldn't be very fast, but I could do it. But anyway, I say all that. Now let's actually see if I can do it. All right, well, I need to talk about yesterday's run because yes, full disclosure, this is now the next day because right before I went on the run, my husband like signed his offer letter for a new job, and we had been like, he's been looking for a while, and so we knew we were gonna get sushi and celebrate when he had a new job. So I was like, whoa, okay. So I had to do my run, immediately get ready. Sushi was great. And then we had friends in town for like literally just last night only. So that was also great, but let's go back, shall we, to the run. Okay, let me find it. So I actually ended up going, so if you remember, it was, my dog is whining. Why do you guys always wait till I record to start? They get like so needy out of nowhere. It was like 3 miles of just running, and then I did 4 like repeats of strides where you do like 20-second sprint and then a minute jog to recover, if that makes sense. So, let's see, how far did I go? 3.56 miles. And my pace on average was 9:20, which I feel good about. And it wasn't that different from when I do my walk run, which is also encouraging because it's like I'm able to run faster when I get that walk recover time like in there. So I don't know, I'm just really into it right now. The walk run mental game that I play, I don't know, that's been good for me. So we're gonna keep doing that. I mean, this was fine too because it was such a short amount of running. Also, I will say this. So far I'm running small amounts. I'm still a beginner runner, so some of these feel a little bit longer to me, but I know in reality it's not that difficult physically. So I haven't really thought much about like my eating or like fueling before or after the run. I mean, I tried to drink water and make sure that I'm not like running on an empty stomach. But I will say, last week when I did my 8 miles, and then even yesterday with this one, I kind of felt like a little bit nauseous after. And I wondered if I had like waited too long after I ate to start my run. And like last week, Stark never, sorry, can you see? He never gets up here on the counter. This is insane. You're just dying to be on camera, buddy? Anyway, where was I? I was like so like thirsty for, I had like 2 things of electrolytes back to back because I was so thirsty. Okay, this dog needs to go outside. Okay. I can pretty much guarantee before I'm done talking, they will already be begging to come back inside, you know, like can't make up their mind. Anyway, there we go. Sorry, I'm playing around with this camera angle, whatever. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so I realized like as this training block kind of escalates and we get closer to running longer and longer distances, including the half marathon, I might actually need to pay attention to that. Like make sure, kind of like find what is good on my stomach before I run, and like not just wait and drink my waters and electrolytes like after my run, but maybe make sure that I have plenty in me before. I don't know. Those are things that I definitely have not really thought about yet, and I might need to as I get going, you know? I don't want my run to ruin my whole day and like feel terrible. I like feeling good and like, wow, I just worked really hard, you know? That's a good feeling. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna, oh, by the way, this was not technically like a full week of my training, because we have the holidays, we have Thanksgiving, and so I'm gonna, you know, spend time with my family and kind of call it before we get into all that. But just so you know, if you watched my first week of training, I was doing just like a walk on the treadmill on those days that I worked all day and couldn't do a long run. But I've actually switched that to do my weights in the morning. Like even if it's just a 20-minute, 30-minute workout with weights, it feels good. It feels a lot better than just walking. And I know, like in an ideal world, I would get all of my steps in every day, and I would also be able to lift or whatever. But just right now, I don't know. I only have time for one, and so I'm enjoying choosing the workout. I'm just keeping it very simple. Today it was lower body, so it was like lunges, squats, sumo squat, you know, like so simple moves, but you can just do them, and then I'm like ready to start my day, and I feel good. So yeah, that's been a good balance for me for right now. Okay, so before I just completely wrap up this video, I just wanted to thank you guys for being a good accountability for me. I really love it. I always do better when I'm like sharing this time with you, and I just think about it more all day, like, oh yeah, why am I doing this, and why am I making this choice, and what am I doing? So I appreciate that. If you have any advice for me, especially if you're like a runner or have been in my shoes before, like starting your very first half marathon training, you know, like I would love to hear from that. I will share probably at least one more before I have my actual race, which is the end of January. So yeah, we'll kind of share more. And if you have like opinions about what you would like to see, let me know. Because I don't know if I'm leaving some part out. That's like, if you're curious about it, please let me know. I'll share. So I will say this. I know my goal sort of with this whole thing has been to be my healthiest self in like year 36. But that doesn't just mean being able to run a half marathon with no walking, or it doesn't just mean having a certain physique or a certain number on the scale. And I need to kind of remind myself of that, because I think for me, really the best way that I could feel is just feeling comfortable in my body, feeling comfortable in my skin. And that comes from like being able to listen to my body and having balance with like knowing when it's fine to have treats because it's the holidays, but also knowing when to stop because you don't want to go overboard and feel terrible. So I think listening to my body is part of what I picture when I think, oh, my healthiest self. I think when I'm really thinking about what that looks like, it's me being able to listen to my body, make adjustments as needed, and feel comfortable in my own skin. So I know we're getting there. This was a good week kind of towards that goal. I feel a lot better. I just am enjoying my workouts, which is key. Yeah, enjoying the balance that I'm figuring it out. So anyway, okay. That is all. Make sure you subscribe. We're about to start Vlogmas in December, but also don't forget, I'll share more of this journey in January, and then just kind of all like regular life, real, all the stuff in between, you know? So yeah, stick around. I really love it. So thanks guys. Bye.